All right, here we go. This is kind of, well, it's been unboxed, but this didn't come in a box. It just came in a bag. This is I guess, a power build timeless classic Volkswagen GTI Mark II. And this is a nice image of it, but what you're going to build is actually a bit more fixed up than what you see here, but it's fine. It would normally come in a box, I believe, with probably this and some nice printing around it from what I've seen other people that might have gotten the full set. But this is a legit source. I got it from Bar Weir, and it just came packaged like this. Actually, I had two of them. I ordered two because I wanted to get one for my friend, and my good friend, and he had a Mark II GTI and a Mark I GTI Rabbit, or Rabbit GTI. I myself have never had one, or not Mark I or Mark II, but I have had some VWs for sure, and I currently still do. To say that I'm into hatchbacks is a slight understatement. I'm definitely into JDM. That's I have like my Hondas here, or Honda. I do have an Acura, or I would say I had it made as a Honda NXX. I had an Acura one, and I was into JDM stuff before, but my friends, other friends, were also actually more into Euro sports, like primarily Volkswagens. You know, they're I guess the equivalent affordable, you know, compact cars to the Civic, I guess, on the German side. And a couple of my friends had, one of them had several Mark IIs. Again, my friend had a Mark I attached to two, and then eventually he got a nice, pretty nice, clean, fixed up Mark II GTI. And I myself had a Mark IV R32. Love that thing. Had it fixed up pretty nicely, not too crazy, but I got it where I thought it counted, and took a break from it for a while. But I eventually, right now, have a Mark 7.5 GTI, and yeah, love it. They're great cars. Anyways, this is a pretty cool set. This is the box that makes. If you're familiar with power builds, they generally they do a lot of cool other kind of cars, a lot of JDM too, and a lot of times they will come with something like this box here, which will have like looks like a shipping cargo container, right? That you see on a ship. You know, it looks, it's not corrugated, but it's got those details around the box, right? The crate would open up from one end, but this has like a clear side so you can display it there, but usually the rest of it, at least the back part, and maybe some other parts, or depending on the model of the car that you got, they'll have a decoration that's in the theme of whatever it is, right, that you're building. And there you go. And so that's cool. They give you a display case, and from what I can tell, most of their builds are pretty decent. I would say, given some limitations, perhaps they may not be as good as Lego or even the new like Mattel Brick Shop Hot Wheels line. They really have like a lot of specialized parts. Not a crazy amount, but enough to make it look good. And often Lego might do the same too, on a few parts, just to make sure that you can render the particular car as accurately as possible without going too, you know, too nuts into making it not look like it's brick built. And yeah, so we got. I'm not gonna go too much into it, but this is how it came, and I double checked the other package that's this to make sure that they're both were complete, at least as far as I know. So we have three bag ones, and this was just kind of loosely floating. Two bag twos and two bag threes. This one does have you see the rims, which is kind of neat. These are sort of like the old school BBS mesh style wheels, which is very nice and appropriate for such a car. That's one of the best ones you can do there. And I saw something that there should be a clear windshield somewhere, as I understand it. But anyways, we got some brakes. Here's the wheels, tires. I guess this is probably the hood, or maybe it's the roof. I'm not even sure. I could have sworn there should be at least a front windshield with this, though I don't see it. Maybe they don't. I was under the impression that there was a front windshield with this build. But we'll see. I thought maybe some of the other parts might be empty, but whatever. I was figuring I'd give this brand a try and see how it turns out. You can have this as a, I think it gives you a couple options, as they do with some of their other cars. You can try to build it kind of stock to some degree. They might give you certain parts to do that. It depends on the car. And then you can do another version that's more fixed up with some more aero effects or something, body kit and whatnot. Yeah, just to make it sportier. But I will probably try to keep it as stock looking, like kind of OEM plus. Like it will look. I don't want it to make it look too fixed up. Where it's like, oh, that's a little bit too much. But try to keep it as close to the original look, but look, like hopefully it looks lowered. It looks like it's got a slight body kit to make it look a little bit more aggressive, and anything else just to give it that, yeah, slightly more a little more style and aggressive looking stance or look in general. But we'll see what we have to work with. And I would say I would want to see the back window. They do like these like visors, like it's like if you look at the back hatch, it's kind of like that back there, where it's like little slats, I guess, or that go down the back. And that was an accessory or aftermarket thing that you could get for these cars, just to, I guess, block the sunlight, but just add some kind of design in the back. To be honest, I was never crazy about those things. That's looks like a little bit too much on the back window, but I think that's how they designed this. I want to see if maybe there's a way to modify it so that maybe you don't have that. Maybe looks more smooth, like without having that piece. And I believe there's a pretty big spoiler that comes off the back here that keeps it, that's part of the build that makes it, kind of modified and sporty. I will also see if that might possibly be able to be removed, if not reduced in size. Yeah, I mean, I don't want it to be bone stock, but I don't want to be overly fixed up either. But that's about it. So I don't want to babble on too long. Let me try to get into this. It doesn't look like two parts are too crazy. Block build designer Moonrock. Is he famous or something? I don't know. We shall see. But anyways, if there's anything else I'll share during the process that I feel like it's worth sharing, I'll record it and add it after this part, and gradually till if there is anything, and then eventually get to the part where it's all done and let's talk about the build at that point. All right, thanks.